Hi, I'm Angel. Thanks for stopping by. In this video, I'm going to share a little of my process making a salt hand scrub or salt scrub for hands. First of all, I recommend you get out everything you need before you start. I'm making this batch for friends and family, so I'm experimenting a little. I also make larger scale batches for my business, Sleeping Dragons, and you can find some of those products on Etsy. If you're interested, the link should be down below. I started in this case just because I know it's the maximum, and I say max like this bowl is barely holding what I'm putting into it. But I tend to mix much like I cook, which is a little bit messy, a little bit experimental. In this case, I'm using 3 cups, and I'm actually not using a measuring cup. I'm using this wine glass cup, but it's which, a little asterisk tangent reminds me that you should always take notes of what you're doing. And even if you think that you'll remember, keep in mind that someone else, maybe after you're dead and gone, may want to repeat what you've done. So that's a good reminder to me to remember that I'm writing cups, but I should write down wine glass cup. I'm pretty sure that is actually 8 ounces when filled to the top. And then for the essential oil, I'm actually using this 1/4 cup steel measuring cup. I have in the past melted plastic measuring cups with essential oils, especially orange oil or other citrus oils. So be forewarned, put them in glass. You can put essential oils in metal for a short time. It's usually fine, even for, days or weeks, but you don't typically want to store them in metal, although some are and are fine. Different oils react differently, but mostly across the board, you don't want to store them in plastic, and especially orange oil, which the reason citrus oils, are used in a lot of cleaning products is because they tend to have solvent properties, which is in fact why I'm using it in my hand scrub. So 3 parts sea salt, that's coarse sea salt, and this is a 5-pound bag, just to give you kind of an idea volume-wise. It's a 5-pound bag, and I measured out 3 pounds and have about this much left of this other bag, so it's not quite 5 pounds worth. Then I filled up the cup again with about half sweet almond oil and about half apricot kernel oil. I have them sitting over there, and those are a good match, and they happen to be what I have. You can basically use any carrier oil. I sometimes would add a liquid soap, but I don't have any liquid soaps right now that aren't water-based, and that will melt your salt, or if you're making a sugar scrub, sugar. So you don't want to use a water-based soap, just a little asterisk. You can add glycerin if you want, if you're into that sort of thing. And this blackness that you see is actually a little dark purple, and that's blueberry seeds I added for exfoliation. I also sell those. That's a natural exfoliant. I'm going to make another batch with strawberry seeds over here. I like to use seeds because unlike micro beads, they're not destructive to the environment, and they add a nice, if you're making, like I am in this case with a coarse salt, a very abrasive, highly solvent with the essential oils hand scrub, I went ahead and added some seeds for scrub. I remind you, always keep a notebook on hand and keep track of what you do. I'll just give you this recipe real quick. I'm using 3 cups of coarse sea salt, 1 cup of a mixture of sweet almond oil and apricot kernel oil, half a cup of sweet orange essential oil, which is quite a lot, a 1/4 cup of 5X, that's not it, 5X lemon oil, 5-fold. It's quite a lot as well. I happen to have a lot of essential oils at my fingertips, so I'm taking advantage of that. And then 1 ounce of blueberry seeds, which these are strawberry seeds, but you can see is about that much, probably about 1/4 cup or so. I'm going to mix that in, put it in my pre-washed containers. That's just probably, there's another little tip. All those oils will go in between the salt and take up very little, if any, room. So pretty much you can count on needing as much container as you would need for just the salt, maybe just a tad more than that. I hope that's useful to somebody. I welcome your questions and comments if you have any. As I mentioned earlier, check out my Etsy store, Sleeping Dragons Company, if you want to purchase some of my scrubs or oils or other products. And also down in the description, there should be some links to my Amazon page where I have some books for sale. I'm working on some courses, so my website may be down there. I have some music, some side projects. Check it out. Give me some support. I thank you greatly if you do. Give me a thumbs up if you found this useful at all. Give me some questions if you got any. And as always, until next time, I wish you lightheartedness, love, amazing smelling creations, exhilarating adventures. Don't forget to play every day and drive forward.